Hey folks, happy Wednesday morning to you. And I hope and pray you're doing good this Wednesday morning. Me, I just got out of the dentist's office, but I had a dentist appointment this morning, and thank God for Wednesday. I love Wednesday because I get to have Wednesday morning where I can get things done that you might not can do on a weekend. And then of course I get a chance to come and do prayer and Bible study. So let me remind you folks, prayer and Bible study happens at Oak Level tonight and every Wednesday pretty much, unless it's a business meeting or something, at 6 p.m. So you come on out and be with us as we gather for our prayer and Bible study time. It's just wonderful to take a day in the middle of the week to worship, to fellowship with one another, to bring our concerns, our joys, our praise, everything to the throne of grace, and then to study in the Word of God. And I hope and pray that you are looking forward to coming and being a part of our prayer and Bible study time tonight at 6 p.m. Always remember that you are more than welcome to come and be with us, and we'd love to have you. Let me share with you today in the book of Matthew, chapter number 22, and I want to look specifically at verse number 37, but I'm going to give you a little bit of backdrop, a little bit of context before I read what I'm getting ready to read. The Pharisees are talking to Jesus at this point, and the Pharisees are always trying to trip up Jesus. Thank God Jesus is a lot smarter than the Pharisees. And you know, there are a lot of modern day Pharisees. Many of y'all have heard me say this before. But the Pharisees always thought they could paint Jesus into a corner with their questioning. You know, these were the folks that have studied the Mosaic law. They've studied the religion. They feel like they know it all. They feel like they're experts. I heard somebody say one time that an expert is somebody that you can't teach nothing, because then they'll know something new and they won't be an expert anymore. That's exactly where we find Jesus here. He's dealing with these self-proclaimed experts. And they ask him in verse number 36, they say, "Master, which is the great commandment in the law?" And I love what Jesus tells them in verse number 37. Jesus said unto him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind." Now, if I will, I'll go into verse number 38 as well. This is the first and great commandment. Think to the 10 commandments, if you will, with me for just a second. What's the first one? The first commandment is, "I am the Lord your God. You will have no other gods before me." Doesn't that sound exactly like what Jesus is saying right here? You shall love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, and all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. Now, the Pharisees, of course, like I said, were trying to trip Jesus up. To my recollection and my reading, I can't find any of the particular commandments of the 10 commandments that the Pharisees may have found greater than any of the others. But I love that Jesus answers them the way that he does. Really, it does hinge on what I said in that very first commandment in the 10 commandments. "I am the Lord your God. You shall have no other gods before me." Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. How do we observe that commandment? Through our worship, through our prayer, through our devotion. We do that because we love the Lord. And I got news for each and every one of us. Now, we talk a whole lot about folks that think there's something more important than coming to church. Oh, they may say they love the Lord, but where are they at on Sunday? Where are they at on Wednesday? "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, thy soul, and thy mind. This is the first and greatest commandment." So may this instruct us this day. Christian, are you wondering what that greatest commandment is? I'm glad Jesus has the answer. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, and your mind. That's the first and greatest commandment. I hope and pray that you have a wonderful Wednesday. Hope and pray you'll come and be with us for our prayer and Bible study time tonight at 6 p.m. Love you, folks, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. God bless you.